Hi, I'm Eden Radvani, Director of Analytics at Coastal and Product Owner for CRM Analytics, Tableau, and Tableau Next. Today, I'm showcasing a Tableau Next dashboard within the lens of a financial institution and looking at this from the perspective of a managing director looking at the overall state of the business. From our dashboard, you can see that we have the ability to filter down based on our filter set at the top of the page with a predefined time period. We have our KPIs that show us how data is trending by these different buckets, our savings, investment, loan, checking, and credit card balances. I can see whether those values are in an expected range and how they've compared to a prior period. And I also have AI insights, which is a nice feature of the Tableau Next metrics that power these KPIs. As I scroll into the dashboard, we have nice functionality to filter the data based on selection. So if I want to drill down into our checking accounts, for example, I can make a selection there and see how those values in particular are trending over time. I have a breakdown by product type, I have row level data, and I can get down to a very granular level of detail. Where Tableau Next is differentiated from other products is the ability to interact with data in a more custom way, and that's where Agentforce comes in. So with Agentforce, I'm able to ask natural language questions of my data and understand data at a more granular level within the context of questions that I might have that are not covered by a dashboard. So one question I might have is, what are the most common subtypes or products across our customers? And you can see that I'm provided a visualization that helps me see the data, as well as a natural language text summary that's highlighted and formatted in a way that I can copy and paste and put into other documents if I want to use that. Now, based on this, I can see these top 5 performing products. And so maybe I want to delve deeper into this insight. And I can ask a question to follow up, like what are the average balances for those top 5 frequently occurring products? I'm not having to call out the top 5. I know that it's been defined by my previous question, and that context is useful for making this conversation flow forwards. So I can see from those 5, we have a range of different average balances, but auto loan is standing out as the highest one. You can also see that it's capturing that even though it's a negative number, this is still lucrative because within the context of our business, that value is still positive in the sense of where we're trying to push these accounts. So now that I have that insight, I can go back to my dashboard and try and identify where we potentially have gaps. You can see that if I'm looking at bankers or by branch, we have gaps in the loan department. When I'm looking at a branch here, I can see that online banking is not covering loans at all. But I can see this is the most lucrative product that we have. And so with Agentforce, I can action on that data and use the agent to help me build a campaign to drive more customers to auto loans from online banking. This framework will be really important for helping me structure the data in a way that's going to be useful for the marketing team to work with. But even from this lens, if I have the right access, I can create a campaign straight from Agentforce within this window where I've derived the insight and activate into the CRM to drive this insight forward and make sure that this is impactful across the business. So it's a really custom solution. I think the ability to use this is going to be very powerful, and I see it being a massive value add within financial institutes.